History is not a collection of distant dates. It is a living mirror that reflects who we are, where we came from, and how our choices shape tomorrow. Across America, Europe, and Africa, the human story unfolds like an intricate tapestry woven with discovery, conflict, resilience, and reinvention. When we follow the footsteps of ancient societies, we find that civilizations separated by oceans often dreamed, struggled, and strived in remarkably similar ways. In Africa, long before the rise of modern nations, powerful kingdoms such as Kush, Axum, Mali, and Great Zimbabwe flourished as vibrant centers of trade, scholarship, and culture. Gold caravans crossed the Sahara, scholars filled the libraries of Timbuktu, and skilled architects built stone cities that still guard their secrets. These were societies connected not by borders, but by ideas that moved through merchants, travelers, and storytellers who carried knowledge as precious as any treasure. Across the Mediterranean, Europe was undergoing its own transformations. The influence of Greece and Rome laid the foundations of philosophy, law, and political thought, shaping systems that still frame modern society. Yet Europe's history was far from linear. The fall of empires gave rise to new powers. Migrations, wars, and cultural exchanges continually rewrote the map. From medieval castles to Renaissance studios, from the age of exploration to the rise of scientific inquiry, Europe evolved as a continent driven by curiosity and competition, innovation, and upheaval. Its history is as much about conflict as it is about creativity, about how people rebuilt after devastation and reimagined their world through art, science, and revolution. When these continents meet through trade, exploration, colonization, cooperation, and cultural exchange, their histories intertwine in ways that are both inspiring and complicated. The transatlantic world transformed economies and societies, but it also carried the devastating legacy of the slave trade, one of humanity's darkest eras. Millions of African lives were uprooted, and their forced labor built new worlds while leaving wounds that echoes through generations. Yet the African diaspora also carried strength, creativity, resistance, and cultural brilliance across the globe. Music, language, religion, food, and art bear witness to the resilience of people who refuse to let history silence them. Today, history continues to move through these continents not as isolated stories, but as interconnected experiences. The scientific breakthroughs of Europe influence the industries of America. The cultural energy of Africa shapes global music and art. Shared challenges from climate change to social justice link nations more closely than ever before. Understanding these connections helps us see that history is not just a record of the past, it is a guide to building a more thoughtful and unified future. Touch History seeks to bring these narratives to life with depth, clarity, and emotion. It invites viewers to step inside the journeys of emperors and rebels, explorers and inventors, forgotten heroes, and ordinary people who shaped extraordinary moments. Every nation carries legends, every culture holds memories, and every era offers lessons about conflict, leadership, innovation, and identity. Whether exploring the rise of ancient African empires, the revolutions that shook Europe, or the transformative events that shaped the Americas, the goal is to reveal the humanity at the center of every historical moment. Because when we touch history, when we truly feel its weight and wonder, we begin to understand not only how the world changed, but how we can change it too.